Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about self-improvement by starting off with my quick-ish morning routine. So starting off with my morning routine. See, one of the things I prioritize is education, self-care, and mental health. Those are all the things that I prioritize, especially in the morning. Also, something I prioritize and starting to crack down on now is waking up earlier, usually around 7:15 or so. So the first thing that I'll do is, I'll do my basics. I'll simply go over to the bathroom, brush my teeth, wash my face, maybe do the water pick, whatever. Just get yourself ready, cleaned, and just prepared for the day. Meditation is something as a daily practice that I prioritize. Not only does it just boost your mental, emotional, physical, and well-being, afterwards you can usually concentrate for long periods of time, and this can actually allow you to access the flow state, which I'll get into later. See, now if you knew anything about me, you knew that, well, I'd go to school. But now you might be asking, why do you read before you go to school? Because I do a reading about 10 minutes every day in the morning. You see, school is great about these 6 very good, broad, wide-range topics. Many of those topics are actually very, very useful, and you can gain a lot of knowledge and wisdom from them. Math, we can use any formula to figure out just about anything. We have freaking chemistry, for example, or sciences. We can use how we interact with the world and how the world interacts with us to better enhance our lives. And with history, we can see the patterns, the regressions, and the knowledge of our ancestors so we don't make the same mistakes. You see, but this is all they ever teach. It's too widespread for many people, and this is exactly why I read, so I can actually narrow down on what I specifically want to learn. After this, usually I get started with the toughest part of my day. It's easiest for me if I get the toughest things out of the way, and usually for me that would be tedious school tasks, big assignments, essays, whatever. That's what I focus on first, because when I get my priorities done first, the most important things out of the day, it makes the rest of the day smooth sailing, easier, and I feel like I got everything lifted off my my shoulders. The greatest weapon that I use is the flow state. When I enter the flow state, this is a state of unbelievable power and productivity and work. For those who don't really know what the flow state is, it's a state of being where the only thing in the world that you care about is the task at hand. 100% attention, completely sucked into the moment. And please comment below if you've been in the flow state before, so other people can get a feel for it. Ask for your experience with it, because with my experience, it's freaking sweet. So after my schoolwork, usually I'll actually go to my actual job, or I will do hobbies. These are usually things that I do during the day, but now after writing this script, I'm starting to kind of change that up a little bit. So, for one thing, for me, it could be my guitar. It could be playing the guitar. It could be journaling. It could be learning something new. It could be saying hi to friends. All of these things is just what I do more in my free time. And then by the end of the day, I start with my night routine, wash my face, brush my teeth, blah blah blah, you know the basics of it. Then one of my newest additions to my life is night journaling. Yes, night journaling. Night journaling is something that is so effective, and that's why I love it, because I can plan out my days, my weeks, and months. I can plan in advance so I don't go in every day confused, not knowing what I'm going to do that day. So when I have a clear goal, a clear vision on where I want to go, and I can keep a plan for it in my journal so I know it's coming, and I know that's what I'm doing that day. That's my main priority, that's my main task, that's what I want to do. So it influences that, and it makes it so much easier. I also do reflections on the weekly basis, just to see how far I've come, just to see what I did that week, and how can I improve it for next week. How can I customize the journal differently to fit my needs better? See, now why am I telling you this? Why am I telling you my daily basis? Why am I telling you any of this? This has nothing to really do with you. This has everything to do with me, but why am I telling you this is because I believe that you can do the exact same thing that I am doing. Having healthier habits, having healthier things, living a healthier life. It takes time, but it's doable. But I can easily guide you on where exactly you need to strike if you want true change, if you want to truly become your greatest version, your best self. I can guide you and I can lead you there. By applying the same core principle as I did, that changed my life forever, opened countless doors. All the doors that I kept closed, that I never opened because I was never daring enough to do it. Because I thought it wasn't me. But the habits of getting the most important work done first, taking basically the initiative to do it, meditation, reading, cooking, nightly journaling, self-care routines, guitar, etc. All these things were not there 1.5 years ago or 2 years ago. I am nothing like the person I was then. Most people would say puberty, you're maturing. This is a growth level beyond anything that I've ever experienced. There's no way puberty would do this. I could compare myself with so many other teens out there, and it has nothing to do with puberty. Well, maybe not 100%, nothing. It has a few things, but it's not nearly on the level that I've experienced it. I could tell you the person I was then, and I will. More of who I was then was, think about microwaving pizza rolls and then going downstairs playing video games all day. All you do, schoolwork, right after then, video games. That's it. That's my life. Literally, it's sad as hell, but that's what it was. That is what it was. But I remember early of August 2019, I think it was the 8th or the 7th or the 9th, one of those days. It was on my mind. It had been on my mind for the months before or prior about what I was doing, how I was living my life. I ask a lot of big questions, but these questions started getting to me. And I said, enough is enough. I've had this run. I know where it leads, and I know nothing is going to change. So I was willing to take a chance. Not on my parents, not on my friends, not on society, not on politics, not on anyone except me. I took a chance on myself. Willingness to change is the core principle of self-improvement. The willingness to change, to adapt, to be different, but to take the initiative at the same time. It's gonna take guts in getting out of your comfort zone. It does. It's not always comfortable, but sometimes in that comfortability, in that vulnerability, we find out who we truly are. To test the self-made limits. And when I made the switch, that was the best decision I have ever made and probably will ever be. Just because of what kind of person I became. The one decision that I made. Self-improvement was now my newest priority of everyday life. It may have not been every day be like constant go, 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 but there were days where I did do that, but there were also days where I just sat in the back of the room. I just couldn't resist that anymore. And now I see life as more of a game of lessons. It's a game of learning, a game of growth. And the first few months of that were crazy. They were amazing. Absolutely amazing, different, and exciting. The best, the happiest joy I've ever felt. Literally. Amazing. I had slowed my addiction to Xbox to 0 to even none. I took a month break right after making that decision. I picked up the art of meditation and calming my mind, but at the time I didn't know that I was actually secretly changing it. And I had started taking risks and challenged my social life. I started challenging it. I started questioning how I could overcome it. I had gotten back into working out and keeping my body's health well. I was becoming more mindful about what I ate daily and how it affects my body. And the most amazing thing, the most interesting, the most intriguing out of all these was I was starting to feel this bliss, this happiness that I have never felt before, that was beyond anything I felt before. It was really satisfying, fulfilling, and gratifying, and I was just loving to be alive. With the outcome of all these habits, risks, and self-care, it resulted in something I couldn't have possibly dreamed at the time. A new future, a new outlook, and most importantly, growth. Growth, yes, really, yes, growth. What does growth have to do with this? Actually, it has everything to do with this. There's something about the mind. There's a difference between growing into things that you know and into things that you don't know. When you take a chance to try something completely new that you have never done before, that's when the greatest growth happens. That's when, more importantly, your awareness about life grows exponentially than what thought possible. Impossible is now in the realm of possible. See, but when you do things that you know, or that you're pretty comfortable knowing because it's relatively there to the subject, you're not getting huge new information or new emotions. It's staying the same. It's relatively in the same field. You know what's going to happen because you've done it before. So why do I share this with you? Why do I put this on YouTube for the hell of it? Just to see where it goes? No. I wouldn't be making this video for the hell of it. There's obviously a purpose behind it. Because the most profound change in my life, to take self-control of my thoughts, emotions, body, and self-power. The big one there, self-power. The knowledge, the skill, the emotions, the power behind who I am today is far greater than the past version of me could ever dreamt. Every day, treat life like a game of lessons, like a game of growing, because that's what it is. So all life is growing and living and laughing and loving. That's really what life's all about. Becoming stronger daily. This all started on a fateful night when I was willing to make the change. And that change began to snowball more and more into more change. And things just fell into place and the old ways just disappeared. Hey guys, I hope you really enjoyed the video. I just want you to know that you're never stuck where you are. You're only limited by the beliefs and the limitations that you put on yourself. And this is what led me to self-improvement, is the beliefs that restrict us. It took so many restricting beliefs to get to me to realize the only thing that I'm restricting is myself. Any belief can be moved, can be changed, can be different. We see the world by, well, what we believe it is. Anything that our mind believes becomes our perception on how we see the world. See, but I see that you, I know that you can implement self-improvement into your life. Just have the willingness to change and it will follow. So I really do hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you want to see more content like this. I want to start to get into YouTube again. I want to start doing this again because I know there's something here, and there's a lot that I could teach and a lot that I could give and help with. I'm still learning, but there's still a lot that I can teach. So, hopefully I will see you in the next video.